Okay, you can start. The name is? Can you hear me?
I'm doing. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Can I start?
Yes, 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 you
Good
can start.
evening, all. Okay. Good evening, all. I am Dhanya, research scholar, Maharaja's College, Ernakulam. I'm doing research under the guidance of Dr. Rashmi R, SSP College, Valancherangara. Today, I am going to present a topic related to stress and stress management. I'm sharing the screen now. Stress. Stress is the major problem in today's society. Stress is an unavoidable feature in life and work. It can lead to psychological discomfort, emotions, unhappiness, strained relation with people. A little stress is good as it keeps a person motivated and focused. But too much of stress is detrimental and it must be managed by her or him to avoid its harmful consequences. Here, I'm going to take the summary of topic like this. What is stress? What are the different types of stress? Consequences of stress? What are stresses? What is occupational stress? And about stress management. Let's introduce what is stress. Stress have been defined in different ways over the years. Basically, individuals' response to a distributing factor in the environment and the consequence of such reaction is stress. To make the meaning of stress more meaningful, it is useful to state what does not stress. So, the nature of stress is like this. Stress is not simply anxiety or nervous tension. Stress need not always be damaging. Stress is not always due to over. Stress cannot be avoided. The intensity of individual experience stress is different for different people. Individual experience stress depends on various factors like the person's perception to a situation, the person's past experience, the presence or absence of social support, the individual's difference with regard to stress reactions. So when we talk about perception, if a past experience leads to a success or similar condition, it will reduce stress under same circumstances. On the other hand, if any past experience leads to failure, then the similar condition can leads to uh, less more stress under same circumstances. The next point is social support. Social support is also an important factor which influence stress. The last point is individual difference. Individual difference in motivation, attitude, behavior, all these influence the stress. When we talk about occupational stress is experienced when the demand of work environment exceeds the worker's ability to cope with them. Here, the demand is more and the worker's ability is less. Or, in other words, we can say that demand are higher than the resources one can draw on. Then we can say what is stressors. Stressors means something that cause stress is stressors. There are various sources or causes of stress. That is individual stresses, group stresses, organizational stresses, and extra-organizational stresses. Individual stresses include personality type, role overload, role conflict, role ambiguity, and task characteristics. These individual level stresses relate directly to a person's personality and job responsibility. So, when we talk about this personality type, there are two types of personalities are defined by psychologists. That is type A and type people. Type A are impatient, ambitious, hurries others, and dislikes waiting and feels guilty when they are relaxing. So they are more prone to stress. But in case of type B personality, they are patient, relaxed, has no pressing deadlines, is never in any hurry, and prone to less stress. When we talk about this role overload, this can exist in the form of too much to do and in the form of tasks that are too difficult. Role conflict is the most common type of stressor, which is found in organizations when an employee has to answer the two supervisors. Then, often satisfying one supervisor request, neglecting the demands of others. Then the role conflict will occur. And the other one is role ambiguity is experienced when an inadequate or confusing information about how they are evaluated. For example, if a new employee does not know how to operate a copy machine, is suffering from role ambiguity. The next stressor is group stressor. Group stressors are like this: group cohesiveness, lack of social support, inter and intra group conflicts, and sexual harassment. So, group stressors are the result of group dynamics and authoritative behavior. And the next one is organizational stressor. Organizational stressors are stress within the organization. This may be poor lighting, loud noise, or improper placement of furniture, and a dirty and smelly environment creates stress. And the organization structure is like this: excessive rules and lack of participations in decisions that affect an employee. And organization leadership is such that some chief executives, officers create a culture characterized by tension, fear, and anxiety. They establish unrealistic pressures to perform in a short run. This creates also stress. And the fourth one is external organizational stressor. These are caused by factors outside the organization, like family, economy, quality of life, and sociological variables. There are different types of stress. Here I am talking about eustress and distress. Eustress is an optimistic and active reaction to stress which helps in the development of people. Eustress is a positive form of stress that have a beneficial effect on health, motivation, performance, and emotional well-being. So it produces positive feeling of excitement, fulfillment, meaning, satisfaction, and well-being. This kind of stress is helpful in energizing and inspiring the individuals so that they can achieve their respective aims, brings about considerable changes in their thinking, and deals with difficulties of life. And the next stress is like this: distress. Distress is just opposite to eustress. Distress is a pessimist and inactive reaction to stress. It is negatively affects its performance and productivity. Distress is of two types: acute stress and chronic stress. Acute stress is a kind of short-term stressor. It involves all of a sudden and is extremely sharp, but it vanishes rapidly. Chronic stress is just opposite to acute stress, and it is more dangerous than acute stress. This stress is long-term stress resulting from prolonged irritating problems. Here I am distinguish between a stressor and actual stress. A stressor can be a person, place, or situation that causing stress. That we already said that stressor that is the cause of stress. Stress is the actual response to one or combination of those stressors. These stressors may be of two types: psychological stressor and physiological stressor. Physiological stressor puts strain on our body. It can cause physical conditions such as headache, digestive issues, sleep disturbance, etc. And psychological stressors includes emotional strains, including confusion, anxiety, and depression. These are some of the important consequences because of high level of stress. It is summed up in three categories: psychological problems, physiological problems, and behavioral problems. Physiological problems such as heart disease, headaches, sleep disturbances, sleeplessness, and due to all these come because of this kind of stress. And psychological problems, the main thing that we see that job dissatisfaction that affect this kind of psychological problems. But stress shows itself in another psychological aspects such as confusion, anxiety, depression, frustration, etc. And the last consequence or behavioral problems is uh, showing the symptoms of stress like changes in productivity, absence of turnover, excessive smoking, abuse of alcohol and drugs, tendency to neglect safety precautions, all these things. These behavioral problems leads to severe consequences to the organization. It includes low productivity, excessive complaints, conflicts, absenteeism, poor interpersonal relationships, excessive abuse of control. Next, it is stress management. Human beings are able to remain stress free. They have to face stress and find ways to handle it. There are two strategies that can help employees to deal with stress. So, this stress management assists in overcoming stress and increases the level of motivation and efficiency at the employees. It involves recognition and examination of problems related to stress. Individual strategies for stress management, that is time management, meditation and relaxation, and physical exercise, behavioral control, seeking social support, role management, etc. And organizational strategies for stress management includes job design, awareness programs, health programs, organization design, and personal development. Time management means manage your time, write a list of all the things you want to do. And sometimes simply organizing your time better is often the best strategy in coping with this kind of stress. Self-control and when individual experience severe stress in a problematic situation that keeps everything close to her heart without expressing it, or he is coping through self-control. And social support, speak to others about our problems, then they can solve our problems real level. And organizational strategies, while it is necessary for individuals to design their own strategies to reduce stress to an acceptable level, it is equally important for organizations to develop programs that will help employees reduce their stress. They can include some kind of awareness programs, health programs, organization design, and some personal development programs. Some physical exercise, the importance of physical exercise is included here. A consistent exercise routine is the easiest and most reliable way to reduce the harmful effects of stress. It is positively related to high quality of life, positive mood, lower job stress, and higher job satisfaction and lower absenteeism. These kind of people are fit and they can recover the stress levels more rapidly. And relaxation and meditation techniques is also another stress management technique. Physical relaxation and breathing in and out, mindful meditation and concentrated meditation are there. And finally, I am concluding my words. The study of stress is important for both individuals and organization because of its deleterious effect. Hence, a satisfying work environment and a healthy personal life are very important. Thank you. Finally, a few words of gratitude to those who support me to conduct this webinar. First of all, I am thankful to our principal, Dr. Matthew George, IQAC coordinator, Santosh P. Varghese, research committee, Dr. Bindu Sharmila ma'am, HOD, Dr. Santosh Vian, Suresh Vian, and my guide, Dr. Rishmi R, for her wholehearted support and timely guidance, and all the faculties in the Department of Commerce. And finally, I thank Srini VS for her technical support in all section, and thankful to Honey Platers and my all my co-research scholars. Thank you all.